EA Sports, it's in the game, released the Madden 23 covers today, and they're phenomenal, man. They pay homage to the late, great John Madden, who passed away in December, and it was the only choice, right? You weren't going to put a player on the cover. No, you had to go with the coach, John Madden, and I will say, we'll have to do a Mount Rushmore of people who helped shape the National Football League. John Madden's going to be on there. John Madden's absolutely going to be on there. Pete Rozelle would be on there too. Al Davis, you could make a good case. Belichick, sure. Steve Sable, yes. But John Madden, he took the game of football, which was seen as sort of a brawler sport from back in the day, and made it the national pastime. John Madden in everyone's living rooms, doing games for CBS and Fox and NBC and Monday Night Football. He brought the complex game of football, and he broke it down to every man, every fan, all the casual fans, so that they could think about it now. Like if you were a fan who knew nothing about football, like say you brought someone in from another country and tried to explain the game to them, it is so freaking complicated. Like, try and explain the forward pass rule, or try and explain the lateral rule, or explain how like a read option works. Like, it's so freaking complicated, man. But John Madden broke it down because he was extremely knowledgeable, but he was an everyman himself. Like, John Madden was a guy that you want to go have a beer or 12 with, and then just talk about life. Let's talk about some ball. I mean, John Madden was a one of a kind and a guy who truly changed the game. And this year's Madden is going to have 3 different covers. So it's going to have Madden, boom, tough acting to acting. Yeah, that was great. The Madden commercials are good too. Man, so this one hurts a little bit as a Vikings fan, because this is when he was being carried off after the Raiders beat the Vikings. So just great. It's great. Of course, him in the booth doing X's and O's. He was a pioneer of the telestrator. And of course, he gets guff. It's like, here's a guy, when he puts a contact lens in his eye, he can see better. Well, I mean, yes. But him and Pat Summerall, that was the soundtrack of my youth, man. Talking about games. Randy Moss, Thanksgiving, 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns on 3 passes. Love it, man. But yeah, just go back to this. I mean, John Madden was a G. Like, John Madden is still the most winningest coach in Raiders franchise history. And he just won a Super Bowl, and then a couple years later, he just bounced at age 42. Like, we talk about, Sean McVay, him retiring and him going to the booth and all that stuff. John Madden did it. I mean, how many young people who play the game of Madden don't even know that Madden was a coach? Or some may not even know that Madden was a broadcaster. Like, that's how long he's been out of the game. But he's just an absolute pioneer, just an absolute rock star, man. And this is very well deserved. And looking back at the covers throughout the ages. Now, I never bought into the the Madden curse. Like, maybe some of the years it's synced up, but but for a number of years. Also, how would you like to be, hey, we're going to license your name and likeness, and we're going to build a multi-billion-dollar franchise out of this. Although, recently, I mean, some of the Madden innovations have just been roster patches. Not that I'm bitter or anything like that. But so the first bunch of Maddens up to 2000 were coach on the cover, and man, I love it, man. Like, I'm trying to think. Madden 99 was my jam, because so growing up as a kid, my parents never saw the wisdoms. Like, hey, why are we gonna spend $40 for a new game when we can use last year's game, and it's like $10, and it's like, you got a point. They absolutely have a point. And one of the things that I would love to do on the Madden franchise is create the rookies. Well, once you were able to do that, and then just go from there. Or because when I play Madden, tell me if I'm weird here. 90% of the time, it's just messing with the rosters, and then 10% of the time it's actually playing. And also, I didn't always play the entire game. Like, sometimes I just play offense and then simulate the defense, man. I think that's pretty normal, because it's all about setting things up. Yeah, that's right. Or me and my high school friends. So it'd be Madden 2001. All right, so Madden 2001, 2002, one of the two, and we would do a draft, like where you can just draft your entire team, and that would take hours. That would just take hours. Draft it like a fantasy draft. Like, so I can have Dante Culpepper, I can have Randy Moss, I can have Barry Sanders on my team, all that stuff, and then we play a tournament, and that would take like an hour. But 80% of the time was setting up the teams. That was the best part. And then when they got the players in, Eddie George 01, Dante Culpepper, Get your roll on, baby. 802. How come Randy Moss is never on the cover? I don't know. Marshall Falk, yes. So Michael Vick, Madden 04. Once they had the stick and controls for quarterback running, like that was unfair. It was unfair. Like Michael Vick was the original OG cheat code, even though it obviously wasn't cheating. Then you had Ray Lewis, and then you had Donovan McNabb, Sean Alexander, Vince Young, Bert Favore, Madden 2010. So great cover. Palomalu and Fitzgerald, they had just squared off in the Super Bowl the year before, which is fantastic. Drew Brees, F. Failure. And then Peyton Hills. That's the most random one out there. Peyton Hills. Remember, Peyton Hills was the fullback at Arkansas with Felix Jones and Darren McFadden. So he wasn't even the best running back on his college team. And he gets to the Browns, and he has this out of nowhere 1,000-yard season where he's just bulldozing people, man. It's just jacking fools. He was great. And then he gets on the cover of Madden, and he's never seen again. It's crazy. Then you got Megatron. You got Barry Sanders on the Madden 25 cover. Then Madden. Also, it's always weird to me. I never understood this as a kid. So say it was the 2003 season. It would be Madden 04, right? Because how come they're always jumping ahead? Maybe they're talking about, okay, because the Super Bowl happens in the next calendar year. I don't know, man. So you got Richard Sherman when the Legion of Boom was hot. OBJ before he won a Super Bowl. OBJ with the Giants first couple years. Man, just like complete annihilation. Gronk, you had Gronk and Brady back to back, and then you had Antonio Brown. Yeah, about that. Then Mahomes makes sense. Lamar Jackson, of course, and then last year was the MVP edition. So you had Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, and then you had Patrick Mahomes. But I love this one, man. Yeah. Also, I love the different covers. I might even shell out and buy the new copy. Because we've got, or should I just buy Madden 22 for $10? I don't know. But we are considering. It's like, since we're gonna be playing Madden anyway, should we start streaming it? Should we become Mr. Beast of Madden? Or hell, actually, what I'm gonna do is play Tecmo Super Bowl. Let's be honest here. As much as I love the game of Madden, Tecmo Super Bowl is hard to top, man. It is, but. What can you do? Anyways, that's it. Madden 23 covers have been revealed. It's the coach on the cover, rightfully so. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings and video game art takes. You want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo, but until next time, Skull, production value.